Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Holly and you're watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney. This is the last show of the day, the last trade. Well, first up, the S&P ASX 200 closed up today, gaining 81.7 points or 1.17%. Top performing stocks in this index were Champion Iron up 5.99% and Auckland International Airport up 5.22%. Over the last 5 days, the index has gained 1.81%, but is still down 4.79% for the last year to date. Today, the Australian shares opened on a higher note, though, as the central bank held its cash rate at a record low in a meeting on Tuesday, while ending its bond buying program. The market held steady throughout the RBA Governor Philip Lowe's speech at the National Press Club, where he indicated that it was plausible that the interest rates may just rise this year. Then the positive closing of Wall Street also supported Aussie investors' sentiment in today's opening session. The benchmark ASX 200 index was trading 0.58% or 40.5 points higher in the morning trading session. Maintaining the uptick, Australian shares stayed up 1.3% 1 hour before the closing session as well. Then today, Champion Iron climbed 5.3%, while Pilbara Minerals as well 4.5%, I should say, and Alchem 4.4%, and Fortescue Metals as well 3.6%. Computershed jumped 5% as well. But then on the flip side, shares in Block fell 4.7% and Zip as well dropped 3.6%. Now to crude oil prices, where they were nearly stable yesterday upon expectations that OPEC and its allies can boost supplies for the coming months, which could ease the ongoing supply crisis in the market. April delivery Brent crude oil futures were up 0.06%, whereas March delivery WTI crude oil futures traded 0.31% up as of the 2nd of February at 12:46 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Oil watchers are eagerly waiting for the OPEC Plus monthly meeting scheduled on Wednesday to decide the further increased output. Crude oil prices reached their 7-year high levels on Friday upon a supply shortage and political tension in the Middle East, and as well between the US and Russia concerning the Ukraine. Now for a look at some stocks that are making headlines today, and first is Amco, which reported an increase of 12% in the first half of financial year 22 and net sales to $6.9 billion. The spike in sales was majorly attributed to price, owing to a higher cost of raw materials. The company also announced a 12-cent US dividend, and for CDI holders in Australia, they'll be entitled to 16.85 cents in Australian dollars. A bit as well for the reported period was up 5%. And then moving on, Energy Resources of Australia has revised the total cost of rehabilitation of the Ranger project to 1.6 to 2.2 billion Australian dollars. That's of course a significant upside revision from the previous estimates of 973 million. Costs associated with the additional water treatment, supplementary project management, and as well as schedule delays were some of the key factors contributing to the cost overrun. Meanwhile, Janus Henderson Group has appointed Nelson Peltz and Ed Garden of Tree & Partners as independent non-executive directors, effective today. Peltz is CEO and founding partner of Tree & Partners, while Garden is Trian's chief investment officer. Trian is a significant shareholder of Janus Henderson and owns about 16.7% of its outstanding common stock. And then in other news, Hastings Technology Metals has received approvals from Northern Australia Infrastructure Facility for a $140 million loan. The company requires funding for the construction of the Yangibana Rare Earths project in the Gascoyne region of Western Australia. Then the Northern Australia Infrastructure Facility loan forms part of the $300 to $400 million total debt funding required by the company. And then moving on, Genworth Mortgage Insurance Australia expects the financial year 21 net claims to be between 5 to negative 15 million. The company also confirmed that unaudited total investment income was at a loss of 10.6 for 2021. So that Genworth is expected to release its final 21 results on the 25th of February. So that is coming right up. Well, that is all for now on the last trade for today, but tune in next time only on Kalkine TV. This is Holly Shields signing off for the day.